It's the Play Space live from Play Games. I'm Keith Avalone. Tonight it's the College Football All-Star Game with Second Season Express and the Kansas City Chiefs facing the 2019 College All-Stars. This is our annual game. This is the 7th game in the series. We started this, yes, it's the 8th. Sorry, 8th game. Is that right? We've lost track.
Last year was the 7th.
Last year was the 7th. That's Sam chiming in here. Yes, and last year's game, it was also on YouTube. If you haven't watched it, it was a pretty exciting finish. I won't spoil the ending in case you haven't watched it, but hopefully this year's game will be just as exciting. Now, the way we play this is using contemporary pro rules. We play this as if it were an actual exhibition game. Of course, back in the 60s and 70s, when this was an actual exhibition game, it was a different mindset for professional football, and typically the pro coaches would keep their starters in for most of the game. So they'd be playing, the starting players into the fourth quarter, trying to win the game. It was an important game in those days. Of course, these days, and one of the reasons why it was canceled was, because nobody wants to risk their life and limb for an exhibition game. So these days, the way exhibition games are played, the starters play the first quarter, and then the reserves come in and, they kind of mop up. So the way we play this game is sort of a mix of those two philosophies. We start the game with the pro starters. We go to the second stringers in the second period. We go to the third stringers for the pro team in the third period. And then in the fourth period, if the game is out of reach, we will leave the second stringers and third stringers in. However, if it's close, we'll put the starters back in. And that's what happened last year with the Patriots against the College All-Stars. We'll see if that happens again this year. That's basically the ground rules. We'll play with Express, get to the fourth quarter. If it's still close, with a few minutes to play, we'll switch to full play, just like we did last year. And with that, let's begin. So we're going to flip I didn't flip to see who's going to kick off. Let's get our decider die out. Kansas City will call dot. And it is a dot, so they will defer. And the All-Stars will get the first kick. So KC kickoff. And we are underway at Soldier Field in Chicago, where this game was always played. All right, so it's a 2, which puts the All-Stars starting from the 2, or from the second zone, right around there. Likely was returned by McCole Hardman, but short of the 20. So they will start from inside their own 20. And Joe Burrow taking the field for the All-Stars. Of course, high expectations for him as he takes over for the Bengals this year. He's got Cyrus Edwards-Helaire in the backfield. And C.D. Lamb, Cole Kmet, Jerry Jeudy, and Henry Ruggs will be the other skilled players in the backfield. Here we go. We'll start with a pass. And they are going to play a safe defense. So pass sequence versus a safe defense. Burrow back to pass. Any player on the defensive line rated 2 on the pass. Nobody is for the Chiefs, at least on this side of the field. So that will be, it would have been a sack, but they avoid the sack. It'll just be an incompletion. So Burrow's going to throw incomplete on third down. And we will have to punt. So the All-Star punt, it's a 1 on the punt. So in Second Season Express, the punt and the return are expressed in zones with 1 die roll. So it's only a two-zone punt, which means it was either a poor punt or a good return for the Chiefs. So the Chiefs take over on offense. We'll have Patrick Mahomes in at quarterback, LaShawn McCoy at the running back slot, Tyreek Hill, Sammy Watkins, who just signed a new contract, by the way, for half the money. He took a big pay cut to stay with the Chiefs this year, which is unusual, but he explained it well. He wanted to stay with a winner. Travis Kelce, the tight end, and DeMarcus Robinson. So the Chiefs will start out inside All-Star territory. Mark off my second punt. And they'll start with a run against a blitzing defense. Run sequence versus a blitz. The All-Stars are blitzing 26. At least one player rated run 2 on the offensive line. Let's check the offensive line for the Chiefs. No, nobody is yet. So that will be a no, and there's little room. So Kansas City starts out with a 3 and out, and they will punt. And it is going to be a 2-zone punt, pinning the All-Stars back inside their 20 once again. We'll flip it back over.
So there's 3 points for Kansas City?
No, nobody scored anything yet. We're still scoreless. I did not try the field goal. All right, so the All-Stars with their second possession, and we'll try a run this time. And it's against a safe defense. Run sequence versus a safe defense, 52. At least one defensive lineman ready to run 2. No, that's not yet. So it's going to be a gain for the All-Stars. They're going to pick up 1 zone. So they're going to move it out beyond the 20. And we go to their next possession. We'll go ahead and stick with the ground game. And, the Chiefs are looking for a pass, thinking Burrow's going to go back to pass. So run sequence versus a pass defense. 16. Is the runner C or better? Yes. Edward Solar is an A, so that's going to go to the XR chart. Look at that. 2. It's going to pick up 3 zones. 1, 2, 3. Now, in Express, that doesn't mean necessarily that Edward Solar picked up, like a 40-yard run. It could have been a couple of shorter runs. In fact, I was thinking, I wish I'd had the time to do that. I was going to make a mini chart that you could use, which would give you some descriptive flavor as to how those zones were attained. But alas, I didn't have the time to do that today. But maybe for our next Second Season Express broadcast, we'll do that. So the All-Stars now threatening inside the Chiefs' 35, and Burrow will go back to pass this time. And they are in the safe defense, so it's going to be a pass sequence versus the safe defense. I'm going to just flip these over like this. Let's see here. Pass sequence, safe defense, 45. Home team on offense. Okay, so we always say the college team is the home team. They generally get the crowd behind them. So that's going to be yes, it's going to be completion. Burrow, oh my gosh, XP. I think they're going to score. They do. So the All-Stars draw first blood. Burrow with the TD pass. Let's see who he threw it to. We use our D20 on the finder. He threw it to Swift, DeAndre Swift, the extra wideout. All right, so the extra point will be good, and the All-Stars lead 7-0. All right, as we go halfway through the first period, here's the kickoff. Oh, they got a good kickoff, too, so the Chiefs will have to start behind their own 20. Must have tried to run it out again. And let's see, All-Star kickoff 2. All right, so the Chiefs take over inside their 20. Down 7-0. I'm trying to remember if in this series the All-Stars have ever scored the first touchdown of the game. I could be wrong, but I don't think so. So Mahomes back to pass, trying to get that score back. And they're in the safe defense. 22, passer AAA or better. He's only AA, so that will be an incomplete pass. So Mahomes fires incomplete on 3rd down. And they will have to punt again. 4. All-Stars playing pretty well so far. It's going to be a 4-zone movement. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the All-Stars will take over there. Still not bad field position. Burrow. Well, let's go. I was going to say have Burrow pass. Let's have him run again against a safe defense. 46. 2 or more linebackers ready to run 2. I don't see anybody there with ready to run 2, so that will be a no. It'll be a gain. 6. Oh, it's another long gain. It's a 4-zone gain. So the All-Stars are making Swiss cheese out of the Chiefs' run defense. It puts them down inside the 20. We're in the 13th minute of the first period. Burrow back to pass. Oh, it's a pass defense. Pass sequence versus a pass defense, 51. Any player on the defensive line rated 0. Not in the pass defense, no. So 51 will be a sack. Ooh, unless Burrow is... No, he doesn't have the exclamation point. So in this case, they're going to move the ball back. So a big sack. Let's see who got the sack. 18. It's Wilson with the sack. Damian Wilson with the sack. Actually, he wasn't even in. Well, I guess he was playing on the blitzing side. So All-Stars sack. So that leaves us with 2 minutes left in the period. Well, I guess they'll try the field goal. And it's from zone 3. And let's see, Rodrigo Blankenship is the kicker for the All-Stars. He's a AA. So that would be 11-45 will be good. Here's the kick. Oh, 64. You missed the kick, so it's no good. And that will give the Chiefs the ball right there. Actually, I wonder if it would be appropriate in that case to move the ball back. I've never really considered that because in real pro football, if the ball is spotted where the kick is missed, there's so few kicks missed these days. I'm going to leave it right there, though, for now. It's something to think about, though. All right, so the Chiefs take over just outside their own 25 on the missed 40-something yard field goal by Blankenship. All right, so they'll start with a run this time against a run defense. Run sequence, run defense. 41. 2 or more players rated 0 on the offensive line. Now there's 1, but not 2. So that would be no. So it will be a gain. A gain of 1. So they punch through for a zone gain as the period ends. And it's 7-0 All-Stars as we head to the second period. Kansas City on the move. Mahomes back to pass. And they're in the safe defense. 14. Passer C or better? Yes, so it'll be complete. Mahomes with a 2-zone gain. That puts them just outside the 20-yard line. Completions to Watkins and Kels. I'll try another pass. And they're in the safe defense again. 36. Defense penalty sustains the drive, moves it up another zone. And now they're knocking on the door. Let's see, Mahomes will look for... I'm going to give it to Sean McCoy. And they are in the safe defense. 36. Offense penalty kills the drive. Oh. So that will end the drive there. And they'll have to try the field goal. It should be makeable, though. 4A. 11 to 66, and 33 is good. So Kansas City gets on the board from the second zone, and it will make it the All-Stars 7, Kansas City 3. Here's the kickoff. 6. Oh, it's an O result. Well, that could be good or bad. 6. It's a wow result. That will be good for the All-Stars. And a 1. Well, 4-zone return. So the All-Stars take it at the just outside, almost the midfield. That would be Brandon Ayuk with the big return. Setting the All-Stars back up in business near midfield, leading 7-3. There's 9 minutes to go in the second quarter. We'll let Burrow. I think we eventually want to get Tagovailoa and Herbert in the game. But we'll keep Burrow in for the first half at least. But he'll hand off. And against a safe defense. 62. At least one defensive back rated run 0. Yes, Charvarius Ward is a 0. Missed tackle. Here's the gain. 3. That'll be a gain of 2 zones. And look at that, just like that. The All-Stars are again inside the Chiefs' 35. Well, if it worked, let's run again. This time it's against a pass defense. And we rolled a 33. At least one player rated run 0 on the offensive line. Yes. So that will kill that. It's missed block, Damian Lewis. But they will get a third down play. We'll try to run it against a safe defense. 40. Oh, I better mark that down as an incomplete pass. 41, or no gain run. Same difference. 41, 2 or more players rated to run 0 on the offensive line. Yeah, I'm afraid that's the case. Cesar Ruiz and Damian Lewis both 0, so that'll be play falls apart, and that drive is going to stall right there. And they'll have to try another field goal. So it's a double-A kicker from the third zone, 11 to 45. He missed earlier. 45. Oh, just barely hooked that one in. So Blankenship with the field goal from 3 zones, and that makes it the All-Stars 10, the Chiefs 3. All right, here's the kickoff. 2. That will mean the Chiefs will take over at the second zone. And there's about 5 minutes. We're in the 11th minute of the second period. And the Chiefs back on offense. Well, let's see if Mahomes can get him in the end zone. I should have the second stringers in. We're going to leave the first stringers in, though, because they're losing. We'll go put the second stringers in the third period. I guess we should stick with the protocol, right? Bring out the decide or die. The starters are in there. Yep, that's what I figured. I felt like they would be. All right, so Mahomes is back, trying to get that touchdown back before they hit the pine for the second half, and he'll go for the pass against a pass defense. 43. 2 or more wide receivers or tight ends rated 0. No, none of them are. So that'll be a completion. And it will be a completion for 3 zones. So 3 zone movement, probably 2 passes. So Kansas City 3 pass. Puts him inside all-star territory. Pass again. This time against a safe. 54. Oh, it's a fumble. Oh, my gosh. So things are not going well for the Chiefs. And the All-Stars take over just near midfield, going for the kill. Here's Burrow. Back to pass against a blitz. 63. Offense penalty kills the drive. All right, so the penalty kills the All-Star penalty. Holding. Number 62, offense. That's declined. 4th down. All right, so pretty good punting position. We're at the 2-minute warning now, and we will go to divide these segments up into halves. And the punt only goes 2 zones, so a good return for Mecole Hardman. Gives the Chiefs the ball. They're outside their 20. Well, we'll try to pass against a safe defense. 44. 2 or more players on the defensive line rated 2 on the pass. No, they're best guy. They do have 1, Chase Young, the top choice of the Redskins, but that will be only 1, so that will be a completion. So Young gets in his face, but not enough to avoid to keep Mahomes from dumping off for 1. Gets him to midfield. Pass again against a blitz. 36. Defense penalty sustained. Oh, it's a pass interference call. Look at that. So now it's the last play. I guess they'll try the field goal. 53. Well, he's a 4A. Harrison Butker 4A, so it's from 3 zones. 11 to 63. Yeah, he makes it. So he kicks a field goal at the end of the half. And that will make the 10 to 6. So at the half, the All-Stars 10, Chiefs 6. Not a lot of offense in this game. Kind of thought there would be. All right, so Chiefs get the second half kickoff. And let's go ahead and get that lined up here. All right, and we are going to bring in the second stringers. We'll leave the All-Stars main players in. However, we will bring in Tagovailoa as the quarterback and see what he can do. Burrow gets the early touchdown and then a couple of field goal attempts. Not a bad half of work for the first-round draft choice of the Bengals. All right, here's the kickoff. Another booming kick that sails through the end zone, and the Chiefs will take over just at the 25. We'll call it the 25. They're actually in zone 2. All right, and we're going to have Matt Moore now at quarterback. We're going with the Chiefs' second stringers. See if they can fare any better. Start with a run. Ooh, against a run defense. That's not going to be good. 23. 2 or more players rated run 2 on the offensive line. None of the backups are rated 2. So minimal gain. That's going to be a 3 and out for Kansas City. And they'll have to punt. 1. Not even a good punt. Only 2 zones. So the All-Stars will take over inside Chiefs territory. And here he comes. Tua Tagovailoa. I have always trouble with his name. And let's go ahead and give a run play first against a blitz. 36. Offense penalty kills the drive. All right, so that will end it quickly for the All-Stars. Quite a few of those. And they will have to punt from that far out. 6. That is an O result. And another 6. That's a wow result. So it looks like it's going to be a long return for the Chiefs. 3. 5 zones. So let's see here. Punt and return. Oh, no, it's not a great return. It's a great punt. So it's going to be basically a touchback. The return would have been on the other column. The wow is actually a good punt. Let's see. So that'll be a all-star touchback, and the Chiefs will start from their own 20. All right, so, or 25, I guess it is, the touchback. Okay, so we have Matt Moore back in. We'll go back to pass, and it's going to be against a safe defense. Chiefs are trailing 10-6. 43. 2 or more wide receivers or tight ends rated 0 pass. I believe they're all going to be ones at least. They are. Even the backup. So it is complete. Moore is going to complete for 3 zones. 1, 2, 3. Let's find out who that went to. That would be to Robinson, which would be, the back would be Hardman. So Hardman would have caught that ball, and they're now into all-star territory. Let's try a run. Oh, I guess a run defense. Not good. 34. At least one player rated run 0 in the offensive backfield. Let's see. I don't think that's the case, no, because Williams is a 1. He'd be the backup. Damian Williams would be this first backup. And looks like, let's see, I guess we'd have Blake Bell in there, so he's not a 0 either. So it will be a gain. 3. Only one zone, though, against the run defense. So let's see here. Like this. KC 1 run. Moving up slowly. Now inside the 35. Let's try another run. Against a pass defense. 15. Is the runner B or better? Let's look at the second stringer, which is Williams. He is a single A, so that would be a yes. We're going to the XR chart. Williams breaks the tackle, gets 3 zones, and he's in for the score. That's Damian Williams for the touchdown to give the Chiefs the lead. So the backups had a little bit better offense than the starters did. It's kind of sluggish for the Chiefs starters, and the extra point is good. So that makes it 13-10, Kansas City on top. And now we will kick off. 2. So we're going to take it over at the 2. So the All-Stars will take over there. And let's see here. I think I'm going the wrong way. I should have switched sides of the field. Oh, well. All right, so let's see. The All-Stars will go, we'll try a run play to start it off this time. Ooh, against a run defense. Chiefs snuffed it out. 64. 2 or more defensive linemen rated run 0. Let's check the reserves. And yes, Ogba and Kapasagnon are both 0s. So they are going to allow a big gap for the runner to break through. Oh, it's an XR gain. Uh-oh. 2 zones because they're in the run defense. So the All-Stars, let's see, KC kickoff, 2 All-Stars, 2 run. We're in the 10th minute of the third period, and the All-Stars are now near midfield. And Tagovailoa is back to pass. 2 against a safe defense. Let's see here. 42. Any tight end or wide receiver rated 0 on the pass. No, they're all at least a 1. So that will be incomplete, but they'll get a second chance. 3rd down. So All-Stars incomplete. 3rd down. We'll try the little short. This is 3rd and short, we'll call it. So they're going to try to bust it up the middle with Jonathan Taylor. And it's against a safe defense. 65. 2 or more linebackers ready to run 0. Let's check the backups. Let's see. We've got Neiman is a 0. Lee is not. So that would mean Kendall Fuller's a defensive back. Hitchens would be a 1. So that would be... I'm going to roll a decide or die because Fuller might have been in there on the pass. So dot is a 0. Okay, so that will be 2 zeros then. So it's going to be a gain for the All-Stars. 2. Only one game, but that still keeps the drive alive. And they're now in Chiefs territory inside the 50. Back to pass. Tagovailoa. And against a safe defense. 25. Any player on the offensive line rated run 0, rated pass 0? Yeah. Jonah Jackson is a 0, so it'll be a sack. And that'll move him back here. So he's sacked. As looks like Emmanuel Ogbah broke through to dump Tagovailoa, and that'll put him out of field goal range too, and they'll have to punt. 5 on the punt. It's going to be, they're going to have the choice of 4 or 2. I think it's going to be the same difference. 1, 2, 3. Oh, no, look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Look at that punt by Braden Mann. Pins the Chiefs back inside their own 10 as we play the final minute of the third period. And we have the second stringers still in. We'll try a run against a pass defense. 66. 2 or more defensive backs rated run 0. We're checking the All-Stars, and we do have both Okudah and Henderson are rated run 0. So Okudah's out of position. And, it's an XR gain for Darrell Williams. It's a go gain. 2. That'll pick up 5 zones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that probably didn't all happen on one play, but they got 2 big plays out of that. And Kansas City will start the fourth period knocking on the door just outside the All-Star 20. It is 13-10 Chiefs, so they're going to leave go to the third stringers here at this point. And that will leave Matt Moore in. We don't have a third-string quarterback for the Chiefs. And here we go. We'll try another run play against a safe defense. 41. 2 or more players rated run 0 on the offensive line. Well, we're, of course, looking at the third stringer, so that is going to be a big yes. Although Allen is a plus. But what Hunter and Wisniewski are both 0, so yeah, this play's going to fall apart. They will get a second choice. I got to roll the decider die. So Bullet, they'll get a third down. And they do. So no gain on the run, but it's 3rd and short. Yeah, let's try a little play action pass here against a safe defense. Moore back to pass. And any defensive back rated 2 on the pass. No, Okudah was a 2, but he's not in this zone, so that will be it will be complete for 1 zone. The drive stays a little dump-off pass. Moore, who finds Blake Bell, the backup tight end. And now they're just outside the 10-yard line. Let's try to punch it in with a run. And it's going to be against a safe defense. 53. At least 1 linebacker rated run 2. Not on the All-Stars. No. Best is Murray, who's a 1. So I believe that's going to give them a gain. And it's a 2-zone gain, so the Chiefs are in for the score. And the extra point. Ooh, 66. Did he miss it? He did miss it. So he missed the extra point. Extra point missed. So that will give the Chiefs a 19-10 leads. Kansas City 19. College All-Stars 10. So a 9-point lead for the Chiefs, and the All-Stars will get the ball. And they will get the ball. Ooh, good kick. Touchback, and the All-Stars will start just right at the 25. Okay, so let's go with Justin Herbert, the 3rd All-Star quarterback. He's AA with an X of 4, and he'll start out with a pass. They need to get some yardage, and they need to get it quickly. It's a Chiefs blitz. The Chiefs are going to stay with their 3rd-string defense, I guess. They may bring the first stringers back in, though, if the All-Stars get in the end zone. So let's see, medium pass against a blitz, or a pass sequence against a blitz, 46. Any player on the defensive line rated 0 on the pass. Yeah, Kalen Saunders is 0. So it's, it would have been a sack, but instead it's just incomplete. So Herbert's going to misfire, And the All-Stars will have to punt. 3. So it's 3 zone movement. Chiefs get great field position. And one more score here will do it. I'm pretty sure. All right, so Moore will stay in at quarterback. We'll give the ball to Darwin Thompson, the third-string running back, and it'll be against a safe defense. 22. Home team on defense, yes. So a huge stop on third down. It'll be a punt. So the All-Stars make a stop. And here's the punt from Dustin Colquitt. It'll be only 2 zones. All right, so we are with we've got 8 minutes left in the game. All-Stars trailing 19-10. And here's Justin Herbert coming back in the game. Trying to throw him off with a run sequence. Ooh, Chiefs snuffed that out, so they're playing run defense. 25. 3 or more players ready to run 2 on the offense. That's going to be a big no. So a couple of yards, but they may have to go for it here. Down 19-10. You know what? There's still time left. They'll go ahead and punt. 5. On the punt, it's going to be 4 zones. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pretty good punt. And the Chiefs take over. They'll leave Matt Moore in there. They'll leave the third stringers in. First stringers are staying on the sideline, up 19-10. So Moore will give it to Darwin Thompson again. And it's against a safe defense. 33. At least one player rated run 0 on the offensive line. Yes, there are several. So that'll be missed block, but they could get another play. They do. Yes, they do. So third down. So Kansas City 0 run, but on third and short, let's have Moore go back to pass. He's had some success with the pass. Have him look for backup tight end Dion Yelder against a safe defense. 16. Any receiver rated 2 stars? No, they don't have any, but not in the starters, not in the third string. No. So it's incomplete. So Moore misfires, and the Chiefs will punt. There's now 4 minutes left to play. And on the punt, it's an O return. That's where the big punt return can happen. Oh, and it might have just happened. It's 1 zone, and roll again. If I roll a 1, the punt's return for a touchdown. If I roll another 1, it's a touchdown on the punt return. Nope. So they will take. It's a long punt return though, and the All-Stars will take over just outside the Kansas City 20. So, Kansas City punt, big return to Kansas City. Third zone. All right, so now we have 3 minutes to go. Here's Herbert back in the game. Well, I'm tempted to bring Burrow back in, but I think I'll leave with Herbert. And he'll pass against the Chiefs' third stringers. It's a blitz. 65. 2 or more linebackers rated 0 on the pass. Yes and yes. So that will be completion for XP. I think that's going to be a score. Yep, he's going to put him in the end zone. So touchdown pass for Herbert. Let's see who he threw that to. 18. That would go to Ayuk. Oh, Ayuk. Yeah, okay. All right, so Brandon Ayuk, the kind of the X factor kind of player. All right. So that will bring us to the 2-minute warning. The extra point. There's really no need to go for 2. Well, I guess they don't want to go for 2. They just want the extra point. 46 is good. So it's 19-17. And this is where we probably would try an 2 minutes left. No, they won't try an onside kick. They'll just kick it deep. And 5 on the kickoff is 3, so we'll take it right there. We've got 4 zones here. So let's see here. All-Stars kickoff to 35. All right, we'll see if the Chiefs can get a first down. If they do, then essentially the game will be over, I believe. Well, we'll play it out. If the All-Stars get the ball back, though, we'll give them the ball and we'll go to full play. Or maybe we should go to full play anyway. Let's use the decider die. Dot, we're going to go to full play. Oh, we're going to full play. All right. So 2 minutes to play. No, actually a minute and a half to play. Right? Yes, a minute and a half to play. And let's just go ahead and get the full game out. Okay.
While you're getting that out, there's some discussion about where you're putting the ball after.
I'm calling it a touchback. I'm saying, yeah, here's the deal. So zone 2, these zones are kind of a gray area, as you can see on the field. So, there's so many kicks that go into the end zone for a touchback. Zone 2, zone 3, I call zone 2 basically a touchback. But, it's up to interpretation. There's no real, it's not defined. I think of it as, it's just starting from zone 2 or zone 3 is essentially the same. So I call it a touchback, but it's, technically maybe it was a return that got out short of the 20. That's the answer to that question. Let me get my little markers out here. So I guess I don't need all these. I just need the field markers. All right. So yeah, I apologize for the confusion. We all play with our own house rules. And again, I'm just sort of, going with the interpretation of it. All right, so we got to figure out where we're going to give the ball. We'll put it at the 25. How about? So the Chiefs will get the ball there. And the All-Stars are going to need to make a stop. And if they can make a stop, then they'll get the ball back, and we'll see if Herbert can deliver a late game. A field goal would win it for the All-Stars. So this is actually a pretty good time to switch to full play, I think. So the Chiefs, with their, I'm wondering if we should put our. Now we'll leave the third stringers in, and we're just going to go with the third line, which will really give the All-Stars an advantage here. But that's, if you think about it, that's kind of the way it would be played these days. There's no way they would, bring in the starters unless the starters were unless they really wanted to win and the Chiefs are trailing, which they're not. So let's just go ahead and go to full play from the 25, 1st and 10. Let's go ahead and give it up the middle to Darwin Thompson. Let's give it to Darrell Williams against a safe defense, inside run. Oops, I got to use these two here. 21 inside run versus safe defense, and he is a D, but for the first 3 carries, he's a B. So 21 of these is a 6-yard pickup. I'm going to move it over here. We have a minute and a half left. So he'll get 6 yards. The All-Stars will call timeout. 1:22. 2nd and 4 for the Chiefs. They will give it again to Williams. And this time it's a blitz for the All-Stars. 14 against a B is only 2 yards. And they'll call another timeout. So that brings up a very big 3rd and 2 for the All-Stars defense. Probably an inside run. Let's do an inside run. Williams is the featured back in there, Darrell Williams, so we'll go ahead and leave him in there. Well, I guess it's a 12. I think that's going to be stopped no matter what defense I call. It's a blitzing defense, so they're blitzing, and it is only 1 yard gain. So they'll use their last timeout, 1:06. They got no timeouts left. They stop him short, 4th and 1. So we'll bring out the punting unit. 44. Let's see. Is he an punter's return grade A? No, it's a D. So it's going to be returnable. Subtract 1 yard from his average. So it's going to be a 43-yard kick. 41, 10, 20, 30, 40. So it carries to the 24-yard line. And here comes Brandon Ayuk, the guy that just scored the touchdown, who's going to field the punt and see where he goes. Oh, bad return. So he's subtract 11. See note 11. No, his return grade is not greater than 27, so that's going to be a loss of 2. Tried to make the big play, but instead got tackled for a loss. Back to the 22-yard line. So we've got 56 seconds left. No timeouts for the All-Stars. But they got a chance. All they need is a field goal. Starting from their own 22. Let's see if they can pull it out. The shoe was on the other foot last year's game with the Patriots getting the ball last, trailing. And, of course, Brady did his thing. Let's see if the All-Stars can turn the favor here. So we're going to leave Herbert in. I think that's probably fair, but we'll bring the other starters in. So Herbert is in at quarterback, and he's playing with the top college All-Stars. And we'll start with a medium pass. We'll go to CeeDee Lamb. And they're in the pass defense. 66. E a 0, and we're again using the Chiefs' backups. So E, actually in a pass defense, we would have Armani Watson. He would not be a 0. So that is going to be good coverage. Forced. Oh, it's a Y chart, a Y result. So Herbert's Y is 3, and that'll be incomplete. So first down, he throws incomplete. 2nd and 10. Let's try. I think they probably want. We've got to get at least one long shot in. We're going to go long, and it's a, let's see, probable pass play. So they're probably in the probable pass defense. So yeah, they're going to go against a pass defense. Long pass versus pass defense. 16. Oh, double A is going to be just barely incomplete. Just barely overthrows Jerry Jeudy. So that leaves 40 seconds, and it's 3rd and 10. All right, they got to somehow convert the 3rd down and get a fresh set of downs. We'll go medium to Cole Kmet against a pass defense. 45. Let's see if he can connect. Sack will be a 2. No, Jedrick Wills is a 0. So pass blocking breaks down incomplete. There's a flag on the play though. So 32 seconds left. Usually that's holding, but we'll see. 26. Now it's going to be offense false start. No, offsides. 3B is offsides. I better check that just to make sure. 3B. Because if it's a false start, the play would be called dead. And I don't recall. 3B is, it's just offsides. So that will be declined. That'll bring up a 4th down for the All-Stars. And this is it. Game on the line for the college All-Stars. Well, I guess we need to convert. Probably, I'm tempted to wing it. But we'll just go medium. We'll go medium to CeeDee Lamb again. Now we'll go to Henry Ruggs III. And they're in the pass defense. And here we go. 50. Oh, it's an unusual result. Uh-oh. Unusual result. 14. Oh, looks like it's complete for 18 yards out of bounds. There's a penalty on the play, though. Oh. So he completes for the 1st down. Lamb gets out of bounds. 22 seconds left. Let's check the penalty. 26. Oh, the same guy. Offsides again. Oh. So that'll bring the play back. Well, it's an exhibition game, and it's a bunch of guys that are playing together for the only 1 week. So that's going to be a 5-yard penalty. They will get a 4th down and 15, though, because they did convert. So, all right, let's just wing it. We'll throw it long. And here comes the Chiefs. They are going to blitz. Long pass against a blitzing defense. It's all going to come down to this. And let's see. We roll a 25. Tackle A or EC a 0. No, they're both 1s. So the quarterback's going to run to avoid the sack. Reroll on page 18. So here comes Herbert out of the pocket. Go back to page 18. Well, let's see if he can pick up the first. They got 15 yards to go. 61. Is F a 0? Well, F is a 0. So it's an XR run. He might get it. Still is going to be tough. 15 yards. 66. Oh. Is R rating greater than E? It is. He's got a go result. Oh my gosh. So here comes Justin Herbert dashing down the middle of the field. 52. 27 plus. Look at that. 32-yard run for Herbert. They don't have any timeouts though. Oh no. 32. Let's see. 10, 20. That puts him to midfield. So that would probably end the game. I'm going to give him a chance, though. I'm going to say, all right, so 22 seconds, that probably would run the clock out. But there's a chance they really wouldn't. To be able to get to the line and spike the ball, there's really no chance. I couldn't in good conscience even do that, really. Well, he got to midfield. If he could have gotten out of bounds, then that would have saved the time. But unfortunately, they have no timeouts left, and he didn't get out of bounds. So the All-Stars come up short, and that's going to be our final score. 19-17. What a pretty good game. Pretty exciting finish. Way to go, Justin Herbert, with the big run at the end. Should have thought to get out of bounds. I'd like to know who the guy was that had the back-to-back offsides penalties. It's that one result on the penalty chart that doesn't specify who it was. I guess on pass plays it doesn't. It just says offense 5 yards. So others specify which player. Maybe it's better that we don't know. Well, thank you for joining us for our College All-Star game. Again, the final was the Chiefs 19, the All-Stars 17. So the pro teams advance their lead now. The only time the college guys have won was against the Seahawks in the, I believe that was the second year. But appreciate you watching. It's always a great memory for me to play this game. It brings back a lot of fond memories from when I was a kid watching this game on TV, and signaling the start of the pro football season. So I hope you enjoyed it as well. And game on. We're ready for football. That will be our show for tonight. Let's see. It's Thursday. Hope you have a great weekend. I want you to stay safe and, of course, stay healthy. Tuesday night, we're back for our final episode of Game Gab. And then next Thursday evening, I'm not sure what we're doing next Thursday, to be honest with you. We'll come up with something. I don't think we have anything on the schedule at this point. Maybe we'll take a week off. Who knows? But in any event, we do hope you have a good weekend. And we appreciate you being part of the Play Games community. Again, from Chicago and Soldier Field, final score, Chiefs 19, College All-Stars 17. That's our show for tonight. Thanks for joining us.